Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about a fresh topic, new topic, that is about vitamins. You know that vitamins play a very important role in our life. So let's see what are all the vitamins which are necessary for our body, why vitamins are necessary, why we should include them in our diet, and all those things we will be discussing today. This video will be in two parts. First part will be of vitamins which are water soluble, and the second part will be vitamins which are fat soluble. So let's begin. Before going in detail that what are the different types of vitamins, let's discuss first that what are vitamins. Vitamin is an organic material that is essential micronutrient which is required by an organism in a small amount for the proper functioning of its metabolism. In simple words, we can say these are the molecules which are essential for all the activities which are going on in our body. Okay, let it be metabolic part, digestive part, respiratory part, everything, all the metabolic part which are going on in our process, all the metabolic process which are going on in our body is mainly vitamins helps them to perform well. And one more important thing is that the vitamins are not synthesized by the human. What does that mean? Means that our body does not synthesize, does not make vitamins. We need to take them from the diet. We need to supply them from outside, that is through vegetables or through other source. So therefore they must be supplied in our diet. That's why the vitamins plays a very important role in our life, because as they are not synthesized in our body but they are important for our functioning, so we need to include them in our diet. That's why it says that to eat green vegetables, different types of fruits, and as well as different types of milk, fish, etc., so that our body does not get any deficiency of vitamins. Because if we get deficiency vitamins, certain vitamins have certain deficiency, then we will face different types of problem, and each one of them we will be discussing in detail. First, today we will be discussing about water soluble vitamins. Before going to that, I am going to tell you that the vitamins are two types depending upon the solubility. That is water soluble vitamins, another one is the fat soluble vitamins. So what are water soluble vitamins? All the vitamins, major vitamins, that is vitamin B1 which we call thiamine, vitamin B2 that is riboflavin, vitamin B3 that is niacin, vitamin B5 that is pantothenic acid, vitamin B6, vitamin B7 that is biotin, vitamin B9 that is folate, vitamin B12 that is cobalamin, and vitamin C. All these types are included under the water soluble vitamins. Then you must be wondering, what is water soluble vitamins? It's simple words, these vitamins are easily water soluble, and if they are produced in excess or they are taken in excess, they can be flushed out through our body by the process of urination. So these are the water soluble vitamins that can easily be get soluble in water. Next, coming to the fat soluble vitamins. These fat soluble vitamins are those vitamins which are absorbed by the fat globules within the body, and they are carried through all our body part. All the bloods throughout the body, they can be carried through the bloodstream by the help of fat globules like structure it will be found. So there are majorly 4 fat soluble vitamins, that is vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. These fat soluble vitamins we will be discussing in the later part of the video, but today we will be focusing majorly on water soluble vitamins. So let's begin with the vitamin B1, which we also known as thiamine, because in exam it will be not directly given about vitamin B1. Sometimes it will be asked about thiamine. In match the following also, vitamin B1 is also known as which. Okay, so you need to remember that which vitamin is called in which name. So vitamin B1 is known as thiamine. Okay, and it is majorly found in which types of sources, like the cereals, grains, meat, this type of this type of food sources contains the vitamin B1. Okay, and we also called as the B complex. This is a part of the B complex and major cofactor. Every vitamin has its own cofactor which helps them to function. Its major cofactor is thiamine pyrophosphate. So you need to remember this because it is cofactors are also important part which helps them to function. So remember that the B1, that is thiamine, have the cofactor that is thiamine pyrophosphate. So when thiamine is converted to thiamine pyrophosphate, which is an enzyme, which is a main controlling segment, in many type of biochemical reaction you will be seeing that this TPP will be involved. So who is responsible for that? Thiamine, that is vitamin B1. Here ATP will be required and the enzyme is thiamine synthase. So this TPP, that is thiamine pyrophosphate, is produced from the thiamine. So by now you must be clear that B1, that is thiamine, is very important for our metabolic process. Next, coming to the second type of vitamin, that is vitamin B2, that is riboflavin. You have been studying that in the mitochondrial electron transport chain cycle also FAD and FMN was playing major role, that is in the complex 2. So this FMN and FAD, where does they come from? They come from the vitamin B2, that is flavin mononucleotide is known as FMN and flavin dinucleotide, that is known as FAD, that is flavin adenine dinucleotide. So this FMN and this FAD is mainly produced from where? From the riboflavin. So by now you must be getting clear that how the vitamins are playing the role in their metabolic path. In the definition I have told they play a major part in the metabolic process, but by now you must be getting clear how they are getting involved in this metabolic pathway, because they are involved in FMN and FAD production. Obviously ATP will be used. Okay, so vitamin B2 is mainly helps in the breakdown of protein. This is very important point. Okay, this is very important point. It helps in the breakdown of protein, fats and carbohydrate. Okay, and it has a main role, plays a main role in supplying of energy, because when carbohydrate, protein and fat will be broken down, then release of energy will take place. So this plays a very important role. And which food sources contain vitamin B2? Like the eggs, nuts, vegetables, broccoli, mushrooms, soya beans, they all contain the vitamin B2. So they helps in breakdown of the protein, breakdown of fat as well as carbohydrate. Next, coming to the third type of vitamin, that is vitamin B3, which we also called as niacin. And here they produced another coenzyme, that is NAD and NADP. And you must have known that NAD and NADP plays a very role in the different type of biological metabolic pathways. In the biochemistry you must have read that NAD and NADP majorly different types, different steps it is used, and they serves as the oxidation and reduction reaction. This point is very important. They serve as in the oxidation and reduction reaction. And in which food sources we can find them? They can be found in the meat, fish, milk, cereal grains. And one more important thing, if we get some vitamin B3 deficiency, that is if we get niacin deficiency, then we will see a condition known as pellagra. This is very important. Deficiency is also important, because pellagra will lead to the dermatitis, that is skin problem, diarrhea and dementia. Dementia means loss of memory. Okay, if it is not left untreated, means if you see that your body is have deficiency of vitamin B3 and you are not treating them, because you will have certain symptoms like dermatitis, skin problem, diarrhea problem and dementia, that is forgetfulness. If you don't treat that, they can be lethal, that can kill your life. So that's why you know how vitamins are very important in your life. Next, coming to the next, vitamin B5, that is known as pantothenic acid. And here the compound or the cofactor which is involved is the coenzyme A. And what is the role of coenzyme A? That is the transfer of acyl group. Wherever the acyl group is needed to be transferred, you can say there the coenzyme A is involved. And where does this coenzyme A come? From the pantothenic acid. Okay, so you can see here the pantothenic acid, the main role, that is the key role, that is coenzyme A component is present. Okay, next, and if you see that the food sources, we will see the pantothenic acid, then mainly the most of the foods of the plants and animal origins are mainly good source of this pantothenic acid, like the liver, kidney, wheat, royal jelly, peanuts, spinach, cheese, peas. These are all the food sources which produce the vitamin B6. Okay, and you already know that coenzyme A is also involved in acetyl coenzyme A, which is the case in the TCase cycle, succinyl coenzyme A, TCase cycle, acyl coenzyme A. These are all the derivatives of coenzyme A involved in our biochemistry we have already dealt with. And if you have deficiency of this vitamin B5, then you will have headache, symptoms like headache, fatigue means you will get easily tired, insomnia means unable to sleep at night, and intestinal disturbance, always your disturbance in the intestine, properly food will not be digested, and all this problem you will see if you have deficiency in vitamin B5. Next, coming to the vitamin B6, that is pyridoxine. Okay, you can see mainly this pyridoxine occurs mainly in plants. Okay, this is very, very important. It is asked which vitamin is mainly found in plants, that is known as vitamin B6. Okay, and it is collectively we can also call this this B6 as pyridoxine, pyridoxal, or pyridoxamine. By other names we can also call them. And the coenzyme or the cofactor which is involved here is pyridoxal phosphate. And what is this role of pyridoxal phosphate in the transamination reaction? In the amino acid metabolism pathway, you must have read that transamination is important role, because transamination deamination is involved in the urea cycle for removing excess of urea from your body. Okay, NH group is removing excess of urea from the body. This transamination deamination process is also involved. So this transamination reaction is performed with the help of this coenzyme, that is pyridoxal phosphate. Also aldol reaction is performed by this. You must be seeing that each vitamin has its coenzyme and each vitamin has its reaction or role. So by this you can correlate that all the metabolic pathway which are going on is indirectly, or you can say directly, the vitamins are involved. So how the vitamins is very, very essential for our body we can know, because without them this product or the coenzyme will not be produced, as a result of which it will affect our metabolic pathway. So that's why this vitamins indirectly or directly plays a very, very important role in our life. So they must be taken as a supplement, you can say. Sometimes we don't nowadays the vegetables are not that good because different types of chemicals and different types of starch products are used. So that's why they does not produce that type of vitamin. So by the help of this vitamin complexes, different type of vitamin supplements, we are taking the vitamins. Okay, so that our body functions properly, because by age we will see that different types of disease we are prone to and different types of deficiency. So to overcome that, we need to have our vitamin supplements which are very, very essential for our metabolic pathway. Then what is biotin? Next type of vitamin is vitamin B7, that is biotin. You need to remember which vitamin is called by which name. Okay, and it is a water soluble, and here the coenzyme which is involved is carboxylase, and you know carboxylase enzyme is responsible for transfer of carbon dioxide, and here the coenzyme that is used, and biotin plays a mainly role, and that is carboxylase, and proteins that is like the avidin and streptidin are widely used biotin. This is very important point. So streptidin and strepafidin, okay, strepafidin and avidin, these are the two biotins which are being used in our day-to-day life. Okay, next coming to the vitamin B9, that is folic acid. Okay, here the folic acid is also, we can say that folate or tetraglutamate. Okay, and here the folic acid are mainly consist of purines and methionine. Okay, it helps in the building blocks or the biosynthesis of many purine and selected amino acids, that is methionine. So for the formation of methionine, that is amino acid, as well as for the biosynthesis of purine, this folic acid is essential. Okay, next coming to the deficiency part. If you have deficiency of vitamin B9, that is folic acid, then you will have serious health problem, that is cancer, cardiovascular disease, that is heart disease, megaloblastic anemia. What is megaloblastic anemia? This is important because you will be asked in exam what megaloblastic anemia is caused due to which vitamin deficiency, that is vitamin B9. It is a type of anemia. Anemia means loss of blood cells, or you can say RBC. Less count of RBC leads to anemia. So you can see here in this diagram, this is the normal blood cell, whereas this is megaloblastic anemia, means the blood cells are very large in size, which will cause problem in the transport of oxygen. As you know, this hemoglobin is responsible for transport of oxygen throughout our body. So due to the change in the structure of this RBC, because RBC contains hemoglobin, so due to the change in the structure of hemoglobin, we will be having problem in the transport of oxygen, which causes a problem like anemia. So vitamin B9, that is deficiency causes megaloblastic anemia. Okay, that will result in the inhibition of DNA synthesis. You can see how dangerous it is. Okay. Next, coming to the vitamin B12, which is the last water soluble vitamin, and they contain a corine ring. What is corine ring? Here the cobalt will be present in the center and different types of molecules will be attached. This is known as the corine ring. Okay, and if you see the structure, they have the two coenzyme, that is coenzyme B12 and methylocobalamin. Okay, and methyl groups are arranged in around this circle, you can see. And one more important thing, if you have this vitamin B12 deficiency, then you will have pernicious anemia. Okay, pernicious anemia. So you have seen two types of anemia, and it will be very confusing in exam which anemia is caused by which vitamin. So you need to remember that pernicious anemia is caused due to vitamin B12 and megaloblastic anemia is caused due to vitamin B9. This is to be remembered and very important. Okay, this is all about the different types of water soluble vitamin, and this is the summary, or you can see the chart which you need to remember for the exam point of view. And each vitamin has its cofactor and what activity or what reaction they are performing. This flow chart or this chart is very you can add before important, you can add, because match the following question, then multiple choice question, choose the wrong one, different patterns of questions can be asked by this only one chart. So you see, so I am just revising it again. So thiamine B1 is cofactor is thiamine pyrophosphate, and it is involved in decarboxylation and aldehyde group transfer. Okay, and riboflavin, that is vitamin B2, cofactor is FAD FMN, redox reaction. B6, that is pyridoxal phosphate, amino group transfer. Niacin, that is B3, NAD and NADP, redox reaction. B5, that is pantothenic acid, coenzyme A, acyl group transfer. Biotin, biocytin is the cofactor, carboxylation, that is carbon group transfer. Folic acid, tetrahydrofolic acid is the cofactor and one carbon group transfer. And vitamin B12, that is deoxyadenocyclyl coamine is the cofactor, and it is help in the intramolecular arrangement. These are all the vitamins as well as its cofactor and the reaction which is involved in it. Hope this video was very helpful to you, and if you find this video helpful and you get your concept clear by this video, please do share among your friends. And I have made many videos regarding different topics of zoology, and you can also check them out. And if you're new to my channel, do subscribe, like and share, and in the comment section you can comment down that whether you find this lessons very fruitful or not. And if you have any query regarding this topic, you can also ask in the comment section. That's all for today. In the next part of the video, we will be discussing about fat soluble vitamins. And till then, take care and have a nice day. Thank you.